Again, first and foremost, I want to apologize to our families, our staff, our schools, our bus drivers, our students for the challenges that we faced. You know, the hard part was I've talked to so many parents, families of people that I know that just said the first day was incredible and their child came home so happy. And, you know, it was just one of those things where they wanted to continue on with that. And so even if they didn't have a bus problem, and I know a lot of them did, even if they didn't have a bus problem, I know we've inconvenienced a lot of kids and families who wanted to be right back in school, and we apologize for that. But I am a believer, very much so. No one wants crisis, but I do believe there is opportunity in crisis, and an opportunity to significantly improve and get better what you're doing. And so, you know, I do believe crisis and hardship creates that opportunity. You know, I've said many times that this is the biggest change that we've taken on since the 1970s in JCPS, and it is definitely needed. Although I did feel like mistakes were going to be made, I said that in press conferences throughout the summer. You know, I also know that this was not anticipated, and that's, you know, a mistake on me and on us, as I've said before. But it has given us the opportunity to really dig deep and find some things that we need to do a whole lot better. And so we are going to have some good coming out of that. I will say this, going back to what we are doing is not an option. It's not an option going back to what we were doing before. If we went back to what we were doing, we'd have 750 bus routes with about 600 bus drivers. We would be canceling close to 20% of our routes every day. Which is not tenable, and what would happen is what a lot of districts have had to do, but would be 20% of the routes is for us to say, I'm sorry, you don't get transportation to school today, and that's what would happen. And so going back to that is just not an option for us. Once again, I told you this last week, we have 400 fewer routes than we did 10 years ago. So we had about 950. Now we have about 550 routes. So we're trying to do the same thing, transport kids even more with additional choice and additional district-wide magnets with 400 less routes.